It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 64 of the rundown. I'm Amelia Madl with Promo Corner, and joining me is my co-star, my partner in crime, and my friend, Lori Bolton of Totally Bamboo. Lori, how are you?
Good. It's Friday, Amelia. Yes, we made it.
I know I'm still caffeinating, so I'm like, woohoo.
Me too. It's not late enough in the day where we are filming and we can open bubbles.
And I stole my husband's little cup because my little baby is so cute.
Oh my gosh, so
Don't
cute.
you miss kids when they were that age and you could just squeeze them?
All my babies.
Oh, okay. Before we get sidetracked, because you know how we start talking and then
Yes.
we just get rolling. I'm actually sorry, BEL Promo. They are our sponsor. I should be drinking out of a BEL Promo mug, but I just can't help looking at this little cutie. So BEL Promo, shout out to Susan and Tom. They are the home of 12-piece minimum on everything, and they offer simplified pricing, one low setup, and never repeat setups, regardless of the number of color, locations, or decoration method. BEL Promo has the largest inventory of products, colors, styles, and top categories like drinkware, bags, writing instruments, and apparel. And BEL Promo offers free samples and was voted one of the best places to work in 2022. So shout out to BEL Promo. And I have toured their facility. It is amazing the way they have it set it up. Very streamlined. I know COVID made a lot of factories change up stuff, but they have a really cool facility, and they welcome people to come in as well, which is really nice. Like if distributors want to come in, they like, yep, come down, come see it.
Love that.
Yeah. That's always my favorite part of visiting people, is getting to go look in their factory and just see like how everything works. And like Susan was showing me, it's not just a forklift, like they're fancy forklifts. They're not like the old school yellow, whatever. She's like, oh, I got to drive one the other day and it looks like a stand-up one. I was like, that's so cool.
Incredible. Yeah, it's not Oompa Loompas making your product.
No. There's real people. So thank you, BEL Promo. And Lori, okay, now let's get to it. What have you been up to?
It's been busy. It's been really busy. I finally got my garden planted. So excited about that. I know, I got a couple squashes, a cucumber, 2 varieties of tomatoes, and I did a little strawberry plant, and I got a little tiny baby strawberry off it last night, but they're all taken. So I'm super excited about that. We're done with the freezing weather. We better be done with the freezing weather. And just so busy, There's working with so many different clients and trying to provide product solutions for them. And did you know, Amelia, I'm not sure I told you, I'm sure I told you that we have a reward trip for distributors. If they sell $60,000 of Totally Bamboo by the end of August, they get to go to Hawaii in October for 4 nights, 5 days, round trip airfare for 2, and $500 spending cash. So kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm going to become a distributor today. I'm going to order $60,000, hold it, and after the trip, I'm sending it all back.
I love it. You can come with me. And help me.
I have a big family, but not enough to give out $60,000 worth of Totally Bamboo.
No, but there's some people, like we expect 7 to 10 people to qualify. So we've got some people that are just like a couple thousand away. So it's super exciting. David's little baby that he has launched, and super cool.
That is.
What have you been up to?
Awesome. What have I been up to? Let's see. One, I'm clicking too many buttons. So I'm trying to run behind the scenes here. Also have my garden. I should have taken a picture last night. I had been gone. I'd been gone for a while, so I went out and checked it. And I was able to get enough green beans that me and my husband got to eat green beans for dinner. I pulled an onion, so I cooked green beans with a fresh onion. what else was I able? Oh, I had some lettuce. It was a little bitter. I think I let it grow too long, but I made a salad with fresh lettuce. So I almost had the full meal. We had chicken, but they were not my chickens. They were from the store. So I've been doing that. I started a hip hop class. Me and my daughter and one of my really good friends here in town are doing an adult hip hop class. So the first one, I was like, okay, there was cardio involved. I was like, I just want to learn how to like do some dance moves. So we learned a whole routine to Janet Jackson. Hopefully I'll try to grab some pictures. So next time that we record, I will post some pictures up here. Probably not videos. It's way too embarrassing. I don't know. I'm always like, oh, okay, when you dance at the bar after you've had a few cocktails, you're like, yeah, I look good. But if you are looking at yourself in a wall of mirrors, you're like, I look like a giraffe. Like I was like, my arms looked all, I was like, I look ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Not getting on stage and doing a routine. So that is what I've been up to. I went to my cousin's wedding. I'm getting ready. I will see you when this drops. We will be seeing each other for women's leadership. I have a golf tournament coming up for PPAM Midwest here. I don't know. July 4th is going to be here before we know it. So yeah, that's kind of just living life. Kids are out of school, shuffling kids around for strength conditioning, you know, whatever.
So proud of you. This hip hop thing, I'm like so proud of you. I am not able to dance. So I am going to live through you, and I do want to see videos. Maybe you can just send them to me so I can take a peek at them. But super, super proud of you. Like, get down. You know who's really good is JQ's daughter. Is like, she's an actress and an amazing, amazing dancer. She's been on commercials. She's really, really, really good. And I think you're born with it.
I mean, I have some rhythm. I can dance, but it's a lot different when someone is showing you a move and you have to emulate that in that count. Like everyone's bodies don't move the same. And sometimes when they do or like if you're right or left-handed, you want to start with a certain leg. So to do it in a class with everybody, it's a whole different skill. Like I can get down, but not when someone's telling me an 8 count, you have to repeat it or do it in this specific way or a whole song. That's a lot of choreography to remember.
Yeah, and I've seen you get down.
Get down, get down. That's what after the first class, me and my daughter left and I was like, what did you think? And she's like, I don't like some of those moves. Like, no, those are not cool moves. I was like, I know, I kind of wanted to learn like the trendier, more hip hop stuff. I was like, I can't get crunk or anything. Like I'm too old and I'll hurt my back. But I was like, I wanted her to be like throwing down like true hip hop, not mom. I know it's an adult class, but like, I don't want mom hip hop. I want like something I can actually use at the club. I'm never going to bust out these dance moves.
Yeah, like, I was gonna say, what clubs are you going to?
I don't know. The ones in my backyard.
You're like, yeah, I want to move so I can do the club. Like,
when we get to my mom I'll talk more about my clubbing, but we'll move on before everybody loses interest. Or we'll drag them along so they can hear about my mad dancing wedding skills. So okay, so I'm living. You're ready for your living with Lori, and I am working on my health through a 2-hour dance class where I was sweating my booty off. So what is your tip?
I love that. So I don't know. And for our men that watch this, it either can be for your significant other, or you can just go do some planks or something while I talk about seed cycling. So seed cycling is a process in which you use different seeds through the month and at different times during the month. So you're going to use flaxseed, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and sesame seeds. Flaxseed, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds. Thank you for bringing that up. And this helps with regulating your periods. It's It eases PMS symptoms, reduces acne. It helps PCOS and endometriosis symptoms, and it eases symptoms of menopause. So you've got everything from menstrual cycles to menopause and everything in between with seed cycling. So I don't know if anybody's heard of seed cycling, but give it a try. I know with clients that are trying to conceive and have babies, this is a great way to help regulate their cycle. And the seeds aren't that bad. They're good for you. Have you heard of it, Amelia?
No, I haven't. I do use some of those sometimes in protein shakes, but I did not realize that you use them at different times. But that's good. And even for the fellows watching, you have a woman in your life, whether it's a wife or a daughter. I know I've had many conversations with some of the men in the industry about teenage daughters and stuff that they deal with as the girls are going through menstruating and stuff. So good to know, fellas. Pay attention.
And you can message me privately and I can go into it a little bit more in depth, but there are times during the month, like day 1 through 14, you're going to do flaxseed. And then from 15 to, let's say, 20, you're going to do your pumpkin seed. So it's specific. It's not just like, here are your seeds and, take a handful and move on. It's pretty specific.
With flax, it's very small. So would you put that in a protein shake? Because there's certain seeds you can't really eat them. You have to put them in.
No, you could put them in a protein shake. You could even put them on top of a yogurt in the morning. Ooh, yeah. So yeah, you can get creative with it. But this is specific to the hormone health that I got certified in. And it's fascinating to me because I am a huge believer, and I do have clients that have chose to use pellets to manage hormones or hormone therapy. They use hormone therapy, and that's fine. I support them in whatever decision they want, but there are alternatives. So when I do have a client that comes to me and says, I'm looking for something a little bit more natural, what does that look like? We'll try this. We'll try foods. I've talked about pomegranate seeds before for certain things, which I try to consume daily when I'm home. And I think I mentioned before, but Trader Joe's has them where they seal up nicely because they go bad really quickly once you open them. But seed cycling, and hopefully I can bring you some more fun stuff to the table. But again, seed cycling, if you're interested, once you see this podcast, you can reach out to me privately and I can give you some more information.
That is really cool. I like that. I'm glad I have that picture that you texted me that I put up. So I actually have to hit the grocery store this afternoon. I'm taking my car in to get the oil changed. I'm going to pick up groceries. So I will add those to my list.
Yep. So again, Amelia, you can add it to yogurts. You can add it to smoothies, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. I actually add to my salads at night.
Ooh.
Really good. Because it gives you that crunch. So yeah, there's ways to consume it without just taking a tablespoon and eating it. But some of these, sunflower seeds, you could do a handful. But those two I actually use on salads.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is good. So seeds I'm going to add. And like I said, I have been, my mom did, and my health has been the dance. So, ways I embarrass my kids. My husband and I were chilling last Friday, which we like to do. And so we'll sit down by the pool and we'll have some cocktails and we'll play some music. And sometimes it's old school rap. So we were teasing my daughter before we left for the wedding. And I was like, ooh, these are all my dance moves. So we're listening to Tone Loc and Tupac and Coolio and all this old stuff, and I'm busting out all my moves, and then we make my husband get up and do his one move, which is the white boy shuffle. And my daughter's like, please do not do that. Please do not do that. And so I keep going more and more, but I'm doing this in the privacy of my own backyard, no problem. So flash forward to the wedding. I did dance a little bit. I didn't do any embarrassing moves, but so my cousin's daughter was getting married, and my cousin is 6 years older than me. And I was at his wedding. He got married when he was young, 19 or 20. And so actually he was 22 when he got married. So his best friend that he's known from high school, they came to this wedding to see the daughter get married. And I knew his name from stories, but I did not remember him. And he remembered me because apparently at my cousin's wedding, almost 30 years ago, he and I danced. And I guess they've been teasing him for the past 30 years because I was a kid and he was an adult. And they kept teasing him and saying, "Oh my God, you danced with my 13-year-old cousin at the wedding," blah, 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 trying to make him feel bad. And so I was doing the math. I was like, actually, I was probably 15 or 16, not 13, so not as bad. And then my daughter and my son are standing here listening, and they're starting to go into stories. And I'm like, no, 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 no. They can't hear. They don't need to know. They don't need to know how their mom acted when she was 15 or 16. They don't know anybody that knew me when I was that age other than family. And I always pretty much kept it together with family. So they don't know any of the stories, or they haven't heard anything from when I was that age with like friends and what I used to do. So that was my mom did when they kept going, "Mom, you're dancing with an older guy." And I'm like, your dad is 8 years older than me. And my son will do the math now. And he's like, "Oh, you were in kindergarten and dad was in high school." And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, but we didn't know each other till we were adults. So like, it's not as bad as it sounds, Danny. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all good.
It's okay. I forget who I was talking to the other day about like ages and being 10 years older. Yeah, when you're in kindergarten and you're dating somebody 10 years older, not so good, right? But it's all
that's called a pedophile. You can't do it in kindergarten. If someone 10 years older was trying to talk to you.
Yeah. But it's it's all perspective, right? And when you get older, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes, once you're in your 20s, the age doesn't matter as much. But again, if you're in 6th grade and you're dating someone that's a senior, again, still against the law in every state.
Yeah, still against the law in every state.
States, regardless of weird. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's just funny to see it from our kids' perspective, right? Of what and it's good. They don't need to know what you were doing at 15 and 16.
No, I moved away. Like, I live here, which is where my husband's from. So nobody that knew me growing up lives here. So they don't get to like run in and hear stories like they do about their dad. So they just think that like I appeared, met their dad, and got married. Like, they don't understand like I had a whole life and I
had a whole life.
Did a lot of other things. So it's probably good that we don't live.
It is probably good.
Because the stories probably my children would turn out differently if they heard those. Oh my goodness.
I can only imagine.
Okay, well, let's hear from our unsung, or I should say, let's hear about our unsung promo hero. So we have Sarah Beth Anderson of Geiger, and we're going to take a listen.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Beth Anderson with Geiger, and my unsung hero is Jamie Andreyko, who is my counterpart in the Southwest for Geiger. Not only is Jamie kind, thoughtful, and incredibly intelligent, she is highly respected by her peers. Jamie is always my first call whenever I'm facing any challenges in my professional life as well as my personal life. Jamie takes time to think through problems and is always very careful with her words and advice. Jamie is also a wonderful mom to 2 beautiful, well-rounded boys and a wife to a man who perfectly complements her. We are so lucky to have Jamie part of Geiger Nation, and I'm very lucky to have her be a part of my life. Thank you, Jamie Andreyko, for being my unsung hero.
Yay! Congratulations, Jamie. Thank you, Sarah. And dang, I want to go hang out in Sarah's backyard. That looks... Okay, well, Lori, it's been crazy. I know you have a ton of stuff going on for work. You also were traveling. You're at NALC. We're going to women's leadership. Have you had time to have any guilty pleasures beyond Pilates? Come on, girl. I know you've been.
I know. No,
don't be nervous. Give me something good.
Last episode, I have nothing good for you. But I do want to. I want to share the Spy Museum, because that became my guilty pleasure very quickly. The Spy Museum in DC. If you have not been, take the time to go. It is fascinating. And to tie it back to promotional products, when they were looking for bin Laden, they actually produced a matchbook, Amelia, with his face on it and numbers to call if you saw him. And they were handing these out like crazy. But I just found it interesting. They had it on display, that they used a promotional product to track him down, like to try to find him. But it's that I was like, I wish they would. And I know you've got your Washington trip, your DC trip when you're in 8th grade, I think it is. I hated history until I was an adult. It was boring. It's like, go read page 50 to 80 and take a test in the morning. That was like so boring.
Yeah.
This is fascinating. Super fascinating.
If they did more, I think in schools they're better now than when we were kids and we had physical books that we had to lug around and there wasn't like the internet that you could just readily get to. But yeah, that's honestly, I relearned, I don't remember shit about history from school. I watch documentaries and series on Netflix that might be remade, like The Queen and stuff, but you get a lot of history in that. I know there's some fluff, but the basic details you get. So I relearned my history that way.
Yeah, me too. So anyhow, that was fascinating. So that was I love that so much. Where did you read that?
In London.
Oh, I love it. So that was my guilty pleasure. I did finish last time episode. You and I were watching the same thing. You watch stuff faster than I do, which was Selling Sunset. So I did complete Selling Sunset, and it's just so fascinating. Like, who can afford a $60 million house? I can't.
No.
I don't even think if I could, I would. You would? I don't think, like, even if I had like all the money in the world, I don't think I would want a $60 million house to take care of. You'd have to have full-time staff. And I don't like people. So.
Except for me and your husband.
Yeah, exactly. And
your dog, and Bailey.
Yeah, exactly. And my kiddos. But really, like, you would have to have full-time staff living on property to take care of the landscape as well as just upkeep of the inside of the home.
Oh yeah. I do have cleaning ladies that come, but they only come every 2 weeks just to like.
Yeah.
I try to work in my office, but they are so loud. Like I will just disappear for an hour, go down the basement, or take my laptop outside or something. But yeah, we all hide when they come because we're just like, I don't want to be in their space. And
yes. So anyhow, I finished watching that, and that is the drama. You know, it's so interesting.
Okay, good. What have you been doing? Do you like Arnold? You're from my accent goes, but Arnold was the governor of California a while back. Do you like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
You got it down.
Okay, so he has a new Netflix series called FUBAR. I gotta go back to you. Do you know what FUBAR stands for?
You don't want me guessing. Go ahead.
Do you not know what FUBAR? It's a common term people use.
No, I thought it was a name actually.
No, FUBAR is an acronym. It means effed up beyond all repair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't want me guessing on that one.
So in this, he plays a spy that's getting ready to retire. He finds out his daughter is also a spy, and they've basically been lying to each other most of their lives, and then they have to work together. So they get through some stuff. But it was really good. And what's her name? Fortune. She's a comedian. She's got short, curly hair. There's only one female comedian named Fortune, but she's in it, which is not a typical role for her. She's a funny girl, and she actually plays like a spy too. So check it out on Netflix. It's really good. That has been my guilty pleasure. I just finished season 1.
Love it. So do you think I would like it?
Yeah, it's comedy and action, so it's good. And then when that ended, I noticed there's actually a documentary on Arnold and his, like, how he grew up in Austria and what made him become him. I only got a few minutes in, and then my daughter wanted to start a new season of a Never Have I Ever, a teenage show that we've been watching together. So I didn't get to finish, but I am going to finish it because I think it'll be fascinating to see how he became who he became, and like all of his different. And I mean, honestly, him and Sylvester Stallone, like they still look good in their 70s. Like I don't know if it's like all the working out and all the health, but I'm like, their bodies still good. Like they're still fit. But even like their face, like in your 70s, if you've lived a certain life, you would think that they would look a little rougher, but they still look good. Like, I'm not going to date them. Everybody calm down. They are a little bit too old for me. Okay. I draw the line after 10 years. Like we're talking, they're like 35 years my senior.
I did work with Arnold when I was at Nike in Los Angeles because he was still filming, actively filming. So he came in all the time.
Was he nice?
A little too nice.
Oh, well, that's how he had a love child with his cleaning lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you don't want a big house. There's going to be staff around, and you don't want to tempt your husband with you'll have the ladies in the maid costume.
What about the guys in the maid costume? I'll get a pool boy.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
With an accent.
He was. Yes. He was a little too friendly. So I would put him on to my assistant at the time and just say, let me know if you need help.
That's the part I wonder if he touches on in the documentary about his failure, his infidelity. But I've seen what the lady he had an affair looked like, and he was married to Maria Shriver. I was like, I don't get it. Like, you have everything, and what?
Yeah. I know. It doesn't make sense. I know. It doesn't make sense.
No. Okay, so we are wrapping it up. I decided I didn't have any acronyms, so I pulled some Family Feud because we have not done that for a while.
No, we have not. And I love Family Feud. Well, I have a love-hate relationship because I want to know these 100 people.
I still watch it and play with it on TV. It's on in the afternoons. Okay.
I love it.
The 3 I pulled, if we get through them, depending on how fast we go, are all kind of like Zen. We were talking about like relaxing, being peaceful. So I pulled ones that match. So what's another word for being happy? There are 1, 2, 3, 7.
7. Ecstatic.
Yes, that's number 2.
Nice. Another word for being happy, joyful.
Yes, that was number 1.
Nice. Joyful, ecstatic. Happy is another word for happy. I'm gonna say silly.
No.
Ecstatic, joyful. There's 7 of them. 5 more. Happy.
When you see an old friend.
Elated.
Elated is 1. Good job.
Nice. Excited. You were gonna lead the witness. Excited.
Yep.
Happy, excited. Spastic.
What do people around the holidays? People are.
I said joyful.
It's a different one.
They are cheerful.
Cheerful. Okay.
Nice.
There's 2 more, and they're more mundane. So you are happy, but it's just like, whatever.
Content?
Yes, that's 1. Girl, you're singing it. 1 more.
Content.
4 letters.
You are. And this
if you called me out of the blue and we ended the conversation, I might say, I'm so blank you called.
Glad.
Yeah.
Hey, Amelia, thanks. The old lady.
You got them all.
I did decent, right?
You did good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to do 1 more. So I'm going to let you choose which topic. Would you rather name something that you might find in a Japanese garden, or name somewhere you find peace and quiet?
Peace and quiet.
Okay.
That's right up my alley.
Okay, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answers.
Okay.
You got these.
Somewhere where I would find peace and quiet, the bedroom.
Yes.
You hesitated on that one. The bedroom, peace and quiet, library.
Yes. That was number 1.
Peace and quiet in your car.
No.
Bedroom, library. What about office? No, Amelia. I'm
Peace
straight
and quiet in
to
your office.
park.
Wilderness or forest. We'll accept that answer.
Okay.
You're a California girl. Where do people go?
The beach.
Yep.
What about yoga? No?
That's 3 strikes, Lori.
Get
Get out of here.
I know I stink. Bedroom, library, Wilderness Forest, beach, peace and quiet. What about, like, I'm thinking meditation, but you said yoga's not on there.
It's not. What do you and your girls do an annual?
Girls trip?
Yeah, like a retreat.
Okay. That's yoga.
There are 3 more.
Okay.
I don't use this, but some people like to relax in a warm
Bath.
Okay. 2 more. People.
And did I say movies?
No, but that's not one. On Sunday morning, sometimes people go to church. And then I think this is probably more for the men. I have never been able to have solitude there because my children or my dogs always come find me when you're sitting on the
toilet.
Yeah. I think that's where men
Who
go for peace and quiet.
Are these 100 people? Peace and quiet on the toilet? That's like unheard of. If you've got littles, forget about it. Even dogs, like on the toilet. How many surveyed that? How many people were that?
When I can't find my kids, I'll yell and I'll walk into their room and I will hear a voices TV. If they're in their restrooms for extended times, they have their phones set up, propped up, and they're watching TV while they're they used to, nobody even gets a newspaper anymore, but guys used to go in and like do a crossword puzzle in the bathroom or read the paper or,
That's true.
Especially in movies and comedies, they always have men like in the bathroom hiding, doing like word puzzles and stuff. Yeah.
It's not good to sit on the toilet. You need to go and move on.
Well, I think they're sitting there just for peace and quiet. I think that the business part is done. Next time we talk, I'll have to talk about my bidet.
Oh my gosh, did you get one? Or have you had one?
We got one. We added it to the toilet. Like you can add it's pretty cool.
I want to hear
and my husband actually installed it himself and didn't jack things up. So we'll talk about that.
It sprays appropriately.
Yes.
You'll talk about the bidet and I'll talk about my mushroom coffee that I've been getting questions on. So I'll have a discount code for everybody next episode.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're running out of time. We're talking too much, but be sure to head over to belpromo.com, learn more, tell them you found out about them. You already know about them, but tell them that you are headed over from hearing about it on the rundown. Be sure to comment with your guilty pleasures, your recent binges. It's summertime, new seasons are going slow, so I need to find like those hidden gems. Don't forget to nominate your unsung promo hero and tune in again on Friday, July 14th for a new episode. That seems so long away, but
no.
July.
But it's like, I know this year is
flying half over.
By. It's half over. I know, it's crazy. Well, for me, it was when the kids got out of school. It's like, they're out of school already? With not having, kiddos anymore. It's like I'm just off on time. So
Yeah.
crazy.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.